Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate wears the badge Ultimate proudly, and it is just. The insane amount of work involved, every character returning, and then there are the spirit battles. With over 1,300 current spirits and 1,000 of them being in the form of a battle, there are so many nods to the many franchises that my neck starts to hurt. But it's nearly impossible to understand every spirit battle reference and why they are well thought out and fit that character. Some can be obvious, some are far more obscure. So I'm starting a new series, explaining every spirit battle. Each video will be a different franchise because doing one video for every spirit battle would be insane. There'll be no particular order in what franchises I do one after the other. Just depends on when I get all the footage, as many battles will be random on the spirit board. And I will only be covering the battles themselves, not spirits obtained through summoning and whatnot. Another thing to note, just assume, because it does apply 99% of the time, the costume the fighter is wearing is a nod to the spirit character in one form or another. Mentioning the costume looks like a Spiny over and over again will just get annoying. So let's join the Phantom Thieves in the metaverse. This is every Persona spirit battle explained. Oh, and spoilers, as Persona 5 is rather new, and there are some plot points in these. The Phantom Thief spirit is represented by Joker while Mementos. Along with Joker, you will have to fight a Pikachu, Captain Falcon, Zero Suit Samus, Chrom, and Sheik, as they represent fellow Phantom Thieves Morgana, Ryuji, and Yusuke, and Mikado respectively. They will keep coming as the battle goes on, as Joker will gain sudden final smashes, as his final smash, All Out Attack, has the Phantom Thieves attack his opponents. The Daybreak item will also spawn commonly and could represent the treasures the Phantoms collect, or even a nod to the 30-minute animated short Persona 5 The Animation, Daybreakers. Wake up, get out there, plays. The Igor spirit is represented by Robin while fighting on the Kalos Pokemon League stage. The Kalos League stage is meant to represent the Velvet Room, where he is the proprietor on the space between both dreams and reality, and the heroes used often in the Persona games. Along him, you have to fight 3 Ridleys before Robin will appear. The Ridleys seem to represent... I honestly couldn't figure this one out. I looked online and came down to 2 guesses. First, there are 3 angels before facing the final boss in Persona 5, as Igor, well, not the real Igor, but a fake one who took his place, ends up being the final boss. Or Igor always has guards or attendants with him in the Velvet Rooms. You can choose which you think is the better answer, or provide the correct one in the comments below, please. You start with a lot of damage, but heal over time, which I am told is a nod to the end of the game, and assist trophies will spawn as they represent a persona for you to fight with. Arya of the Soul plays. The Caroline and Justine spirit is represented by the Ice Climbers. You fight it out on the Kalos Pokemon League, again mirroring the Velvet Room, as the twins are Igor's assistants in Persona 5. This time battle will have you take sudden damage. This might be a nod to how in New Game Plus you can battle the twins, and they are quite difficult. Arya of the Soul plays. The Morgana spirit is represented by a tiny Pikachu and Mementos. After a while, an Incineroar will appear on the stage with an Ore Club. Incineroar represents Morgana's Persona 0, and the Ore Club is used as a nod to Morgana having wind-based abilities in Persona 5. To further that, heavy winds will plague the battlefield. You must defeat Pikachu to win, as Last Surprise plays. As a side note, the Japanese voice actress for Morgana, Aiku Otani, is also the voice of Pikachu, well, everywhere in the world, as Pikachu's never redubbed. It's still pretty cool. The Ryuji Sakamoto spirit is represented by Captain Falcon while fighting on Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion seems to be used to help represent his Phantom Thief alter ego Skull, and Falcon is used because of his speed, and Ryuji was once on the track team. Midway in the battle, a Mii Gunner will appear wearing a pirate hat and steampunk outfit and represents Ryuji's persona, Captain Kidd. Captain Falcon will also start the battle with a baseball bat, a nod to his weapon of choice being blunt objects. You must defeat Falcon to win while Last Surprise plays. The Anne Takamaki spirit is represented by Zero Suit Samus, as Anne's Phantom Thief alter ego, the Panther, wears a skin-tight red outfit and uses a whip as a weapon, and sound familiar? Midway in the battle, Peach will come to help Zero Suit Samus and represents Anne's persona, Carmen. ZS Samus will also start the battle with a Fire Flower item, a nod to her fire abilities. You fight it out on Castle Siege, in particular the Throne Room area, a nod to an early mission revolved around Anne and the school's coach, where the Phantom Thieves go to Kamshida's castle. Yeah, things get a little messed up is pretty much all I'm gonna say about that. You must defeat Zero Suit Samus to win as last surprise plays. The Yusuke Kitagawa spirit is represented by Chrom, while battling on Suzaku's castle, which represents the Japanese art museum where you recruit him to be on your team. Midway through the battle, King Dedede will come to help Yusuke as he is meant to represent his persona, Goemon. Chrom is used because of a lot of meta stuff, honestly. Not only is Chrom and Yusuke voiced in Japan by the same actor, Tomokazu Sugira, but the same voice English actor as well, Matthew Mercer. The Vince Assist Trophy will also spawn a nod to Yusuke's passion of being an artist. You must defeat Chrom to win as last surprise plays. The Mikado Najima spirit is represented by Sheik, as the black costume for Sheik looks very similar to Mikado's Phantom Thief alter ego Queen. You fight it out on Dracula's castle, which could represent the Mafia boss fight in the game, and when Mikado joins the thieves. An invisible Wario will appear midway through the battle, while spamming his side B special Wario Bike to represent Mikado's persona, Johanna, which is just a motorcycle. You must defeat Sheik to win as last surprise plays. The Futaba Sakura spirit is represented by an Inkling girl, as they look very similar to their orange hair. You fight it out on Mushroomy Kingdom, a nod to the Sphinx area, both desert-like areas, where you have her join the team. Boss Galaga items will commonly spawn, and the Wily Capsule Assist Trophy will summon as a nod to her persona, Necronomicon, which is a UFO. This time battle has Behind the Mask playing. The Haru Okuruma spirit is represented by a female villager, as Villager's Down special Timber has her planting a tree, and a hobby of Haru's is tending to her garden. Item tidal waves will happen with the salad food item, which goes along with her gardening abilities. You fight it out on Tamagotchi Life, perhaps not to the large buildings in the city where they live. Midway through the battle, Daisy will come to help her, representing her persona, Milady. To win, you must defeat the villager as last surprise plays. The Goro Akechi spirit is represented by Marth, as Goro's alter ego, Crow, is a sword user. Midway through the battle, a Pit will come to help Marth, representing his persona, Robin Hood. I sort of imagine this is how Pit sees himself sometimes. The controls will be reversed during battle, left to right and right to left, perhaps a nod to Goro being a detective, and not a real huge fan of the Phantoms, but will team up with them when his and their goals align. You fight on Foresight, perhaps to represent the city where they live at night. You must defeat Marth to win as Rivers in the Desert plays. And that is every Persona Spirit battle explained, and well, with all the research for Joker's classic mode and now this, I truly do see why Persona 5 was and still is very popular. The story seems compelling, there's a cast of characters that are incredibly relatable, and the battle system looks really enjoyable. This just makes me want to play the series more, even though I'm bored with Joker and Smash so far. We can just hope as Switch owners one day we can play it soon. Thank you for joining me here at the Nintendo Network. What was your favorite Persona Spirit battle? If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe help me out on Patreon. Oh, and a share on Twitter is always appreciated. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to researching for a pair of videos that'll hit right before E3.